When we bought in '93, it was 18 years before we actually got a cyclone. And then we had 3 to 4 cyclones in 2 years. And we thought they were bad. We thought that was a serious thing. Then we had Debbie that came through in 17, which was just, no one wants to go through that. It just kept getting worse and worse to a point where you're going, this is serious.
I was crying because I said, it's going to hit early. It's going to hit early.
For the first time ever, we actually evacuated everyone. Debbie was one of those ones that it would devastate any town.
And it upset me so bad to know that this beautiful place is going to be hit by that cyclone.
And the worst thing in the valley here, you could hear, it was like a herd of elephants, 1,000 elephants coming down the valley, and you could hear it roaring, and you're sitting in your house and you're going, okay, hold on, this is something bigger. Those sort of things you'll never get used to. If that was our first cyclone, that would have been an absolute nightmare. It would have been a shock, and certainly having the experience of, and having the gradual experience, I could say as well, because the first one that we had back in 11 was something on the line of a 3, and we had a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and each one of those were bad. But when Debbie came, we had some systems in place that were very solid and experienced as well. Like, it's fine to have systems in place, but if you haven't got them prepared through a practice or even a training schedule, you still struggle when you get to certain things. Do I do this? Do I do that? We had really, really good experience and people in that position that had that experience with us. We put a manual together, and it's obviously categorised to what each one of those cyclones are about. So, 1 to 5, and what category and what wind velocities and what that may entitle. Next page on that is then the set times of what each cyclone will offer, whether it's the blue and sitting 300 kilometres off the coast here and not going to hit Airlie Beach, or it's an orange and it's actually heading for us, and this is what we really need to do. And in those categories, we then have absolute set jobs that, hey, this is where we're at, this is what we need to complete in this day. That makes it so much easier, and all our staff understand it totally. Like, it's not a thing that they sit back and go, gosh, I don't know how to do that. It's so straightforward, and with that, you're hitting goals every time you get to one of those categories, and we don't determine the category. It just gets told to us, and then we're at that point. But it's when you don't have that and you're left really raw, that hurts, and the staff are looking for you for answers, and you've got to be a leader. If you're the manager or the owner of the park, you've got to be a leader that actually drives these people in the right direction. If you don't have that direction set on paper and it's not foolproof in point form, you're up the creek. This thing was a massive issue for the whole town. It hit right on us. It blew for so long. The damage was enormous. The town really, really suffered over that, and is only just starting to get back on its feet after all that. Our systems in place really led us to a comfortable position to start with. Everything to lead up to that we felt very, very comfortable with. And the greatest thing with a plan that works is if it's a 1 or if it's a 5, it's the same system. You don't have to change that. So you still go through the blue, you still go through the yellow, the orange and the red systems there, and pinpoint all those different things you do at that stage. And each one of those works for the same reason, and it's a really, really good system. So you play with that, you train with that, you put it on the ground, and when a cyclone's there and you use it, and it's foolproof. Absolutely need to be prepared and ready. Yeah.